Reaper is undeniably the worst character in Overwatch. Unless of course you do something rational, like look up his win rates. But if you do that, then you can go choke on him, because that doesn't matter to me because he just feels bad to play for everyone. For the enemy team, his entire job is to sneak up and try to blast people in the head when they're not looking. And if you're a Mercy in quick play, what are you gonna do? Tell your teammates that are right in front of you to help? They aren't even in voice chat and probably have the awareness of a college student that thinks the degree is going to save them from working at an Office Depot for the rest of their life. So you'll just have to die and then wait until he accidentally gets the attention of Orisa, who will then fortify and gun him down like a vampire in a diner. For your team, you spend most of your time teleporting around the map and waiting for someone to turn their back to you, so your friends better enjoy 5v6ing for most of the game. And for the person playing Reaper, it may seem cool to be the edgiest character from an emo's DeviantArt for a while until, you're 1v1'd by a Mercy who is slowly backing away from you, and a Lucio boops you off a cliff while you're ulting. So now let's break down why Reaper couldn't reap the broadside of a barn. First off, despite having 2 of them, he literally has the worst shotguns in the entire game. Every other shotgun character beats him in damage at a reasonable distance, because Reaper's spread is so ridiculously large that to get close enough to land all of your pellets, you would need to be basically inside of them. And as it turns out, that's pretty difficult to do in Overwatch when most firefights involve repeatedly jumping up and down like a bunch of idiots, because that's how you dodge bullets in real life. And even when you think outside of shotguns, every other person can kill Reaper faster than he can kill them. Especially Hanzo, who can just turn around and boop Reaper's snoot with one shot, or if he misses, he can just use storm arrows and shoot him in the head 6 times for over 1,000 damage. Reaper's passive heals him for 20% of all damage dealt, which sounds great, until you realize that if you're at 10 health, you have to solo kill 2 enemy tanks without taking any damage to reach full health again, while Bridget can just heal herself and everybody around her for 80 health every time that she hits someone once. Now Shadow Step. That's the actual worst ability in the entire game. Even worse than Winston's ult that just makes him a huge target that does almost no damage for a couple seconds. Its purpose is to let you teleport a good bit away, but it's kind of hard to do that when you find out that it's buggy as hell. So good luck teleporting over any stairs or fences. And you have to stand still while using it, and it can't be cancelled. So if you try to go to a room you can't see all of, an enemy could just pop out of a corner and shoot you to death while you're completely helpless. Why isn't it instant? Why can't you move the second you appear on the other side? Would that be overpowered or something? Well, obviously Blizzard didn't think it would be too strong, considering the fact that Sombra has that ability exactly. Wraith form. You become invincible for 3 seconds and have 50% increased movement, but can't attack others while using it. And no, that is not nearly enough time or movement speed to get out of anybody's range other than maybe another Reaper. Outrun anybody that even has a small movement ability like McCree or Bridget, or get somewhere safe enough from people like Hanzo or Soldier 76. So whoever you used Wraith form against is just going to shoot you after the 3 seconds are up because they followed you as you slowly tried to hover away. And yes, this move is just Moira's teleport, but slower and less invisible. Here it is, everybody, the event you've all been waiting for, Gruffy's Guide to Playing Reaper Good. When beginning the game, it's important to fire single shots and then reload as quickly as possible in order to build up a pile of shotguns in the starting room for future use. After the gates have opened, wait a couple of seconds so that your teammates can go ahead and distract the enemy, because you have more important things to do than capture objectives. You will then need to proceed to the back of the enemy team through the most convoluted and inconvenient path possible, because if you come across any other characters and are put in a 1v1 situation, they will most likely kill you with their storm arrows. You will now attempt to either begin killing a tank or use your ult to kill all of the squishies. Just make sure that no enemy is over 500 health, or has a stun, or is over 8 meters away from you, or you will just die and waste your ult all at the same time as a Brigitte stuns you, as Zenyatta snipes you in the head, and Roadhog and Orisa both have 600 health where Reaper's ult only does 510. And then after your extremely successful and very cool ult that you can't cancel, kills off the enemy McCree who was also using his extremely successful and very cool ult, use Wraith form and try your hardest to make it to the safety of your team, just to fall short as a Mai snipes you in the head. Reaper's backstory is that he was a member of the original Overwatch team, until he decided that killing bad guys was a better idea than taking them prisoner. Then the plot of Injustice happens, and also Reaper and Soldier both get blown up at one point, but then healed by Moira and Mercy respectively, and that's why they wear fancy masks now. Being a Blizzard proclaimed 1-star difficulty character, there was no right for Reaper to lose most of his games other than his abilities being trash. The way to fix him straight up, rather than being creative in any way, would be to give him a mix of better damage, but not better range, because having to basically taste your enemies to shoot at them is kind of Reaper's thing. Greater healing from dealing damage, and some sort of buff to his ultimate, either being invincible during it, moving faster and being able to cancel it, or just it being strong enough to kill tanks at full health. Realistically though, Reaper is the most boring and uninteractive character to play in the entire game, with both of his abilities being slow movement options. So the real fix for Reaper would be to make Shadow Step instant when not in combat, make Reaper invisible while using Wraith form, and give Reaper a good bit of health or at least some shield when he kills an enemy. You know, exactly how it used to be before they took away soul orbs! Because since when has the Grim Reaper ever been known for getting off on hurting people rather than just killing them?